well?
Very well.
Good.
Don't I look well?
Well,
You
yes,
do,
you look
Pretty.
You look bright.
Exactly.
And
Morning
Giles
again.
Brandreth has now come along.
Oh, isn't this
The voice of
marvellous?
video.
And what a vision of loveliness they are. Not since we last had Vera Lynn on the programme have we seen anything quite so
See,
exotic.
we're going to have trouble with you.
Oh, no, not at all.
I would take no notice.
No, just being playful. Good morning.
Starting already.
Oh, good morning, Britain.
Nick, Martin, we haven't had a good old chat to you yet.
No, you haven't.
We heard from Tony earlier that he was sort of looking to create this wonder group, which is now shot to 7 in the charts. How did he actually meet you?
Oh, well, you've got more makeup on than me, you know.
Have I really?
Looks twice as ugly.
You haven't answered the question. How did you meet?
Do I want to answer the question?
Tell him the truth, Martin.
That
Come
is
on.
history, that part of it.
There are lots of people out there who don't know, though.
Well, I met... which camera am I on?
Well, I wouldn't worry about
4
it.
years ago in
Yeah.
Kensington Market, where I have a shop called Yaya.
You had a shop?
Yeah.
Called Yaya.
Yaya.
Oh, should have been in
Clever.
Sloane Square.
And so, what, Tony came in?
And I conned my way into the group saying I was a brilliant singer.
Could you sing then?
No, not a note.
at all. The worst
Can you sing
version of
now?
bebop we've
No.
ever heard.
You don't sing now?
No,
Oh. It's becoming quite a
I'm
trend
twice
in
as
pop
bad.
groups, that, isn't it?
twice as popular.
So this was Tony going on with his criterion that music wasn't as important as image?
It's unnecessary, really, the music part of it. Completely.
Unnecessary in
Sounds
the
a
music
bit
business.
strange when you're
She
going up the
seems
chart.
shocked.
Yeah, well,
I'm shocked and horrified.
Sinatra started like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go on.
Did the video first.
Musical talent.
I don't think they made videos
So-
with Frank Sinatra.
It
was in
really is
Yes,
quite
it did,
controversial
yes.
what you're saying, though, is that music's not really important in the music business any longer.
Well, there's a little bit of music in there on the record, of course. But I think it's the
You have to cover it, supply demand.
bit more interesting.
Is it? But, I mean, people don't buy your record because of the video, do they?
I think people buy the record because when you buy a Sigue Sigue Sputnik record, it's actually about more than music. It's actually kind of saying that you're part of the event, that when you're walking through school with that record under your arm, you're actually signifying that you're part of the Sigue Sigue Sputnik event and phenomenon. So I think it's about a bit more than music.
What do you
Can you
look like when
enlarge
you're...
on that? Sorry. Go on then,
No, I was
your
just,
turn.
what do you look like when you're not looking like that?
Asleep.
Do you take all that off to go to sleep?
No, and honey, I make the Mona Lisa look like a number painting.
See, honey? Honey?
So, have you created that sort of image for the group, or were you like that before the group came along?
I was like this before I joined the group.
I think you were worse than this when I met you.
Do you like talking about it?
About the image
Yeah.
that I have.
Yeah.
Not particularly, no.
Why not?
It's something quite personal, really. I think I have a great image. I think I look great.
But everybody
it
can see
arouses
it, so it
people's
belongs a little to
curiosity,
us
of
as
course,
well.
you know, when they
Well,
see
it
some
does, you
weird-looking creature, but I find myself completely straight-looking and normal. I find it, you know, the rest of the 80% of the population, they're weirdos,
But you know,
not
when,
me.
when Michael and Giles made certain comments, I mean, they
I
were...
bet you spend more time putting your makeup on, you know, than I do to look like this.
I think
You know,
that's-
except I
Well,
use a bit more imagination, you know, to do it.
It's,
Well, I can't grow my hair that long, or I would,
You'll buy a
really.
wig.
You must get people
that
stopping
what
and
it
staring
is?
at
No,
you all
it's
the
not.
time, don't they? Do they stop and
Yes,
stare
and
at
I
you?
love it.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah, but you can't then be offended when people make comments,
I didn't
can
say I
you?
was offended.
Well,
Well,
you
I think
looked
you probably
offended.
are.
Well, what I
you
look
don't seem
what I
like
say is
talking about it,
completely
Martin, do
different.
you? You said you don't like talking about it.
Well, I'll talk about it if you wish. I'll change my mind.
No, I mean, you said you didn't,
Well,
you didn't
that's
like
fair
talking
enough.
about it.
Let's get out of this.
That is fair enough. So, do you reckon you've changed much, Tony? You sort of were noted for the sort of the early punk stuff, rude, outrageous, whatever. Have you changed your image, changed your
I think it's
attitude?
important that, you know, from punk, you know, that it's quite a way on, you know, and certainly one wants to look different with the times, you know. One don't want to wake up every morning and look a bit different than I did, you know, the other day. If you wake up each morning, want to look a bit different, you feel a bit fresher and a bit more exciting. You know, might have something different to say than you had
Oh,
5
thanks
years
for the
ago.
hint, actually.
Yeah, I'll just have a drink.
I'll bear that in mind. You just have a
And
drink.
you feel different.
What do you call it? Are you punk?
No.
I think we're a
Post-punk,
rock
aren't
and
you?
roll group
Yeah,
in the
but
grand tradition of Elvis.
And are you angry?
Are we angry?
Very angry.
I don't think we're angry at all.
Angry young man.
See, disagreement has been the cornerstone of this group.
Yeah, I see there's a sort of split
but
from
not
top to
music.
bottom.
What do you think of your own music, actually? I mean, are you
I
proud
think
of
it's the
music?
greatest, most exciting musical record there's been for the last 10 years in the charts.
And considering music wasn't important in it, that's quite an achievement, isn't it?
You know, it's just not a big deal. You know, I just think it's always boring when groups come along and talk about their music.
Mm.
I've got a record coming out.
Have
you?
Go on.
It's The World Waits.
Yes.
And what's it called?
Jeva.
Jeva?
Jeva.
Yeah, Jeva.
Arabic.
Jeva. Jeva.
Arabic
The old
for
Elvis
bottom,
number.
probably?